You keep saying my mind. Who is this you that you speak of? Let's talk about that. Because
Okay.
everything you just described is on
Yeah.
the surface. It's all the waves.
Okay.
You eating this,
Got
and
it.
then you being concerned that it's not feeling good, and then that leading to the right action, all
Yes.
on the surface. This
Okay.
person making me feel good and maybe thinking I don't want to feel this way, so I'll not hang out, all on the surface. Who
Okay.
is this you whose mind it is? That is the where the surface becomes irrelevant. So regardless of what happens or what doesn't happen, that becomes irrelevant. And so this is where we have the opportunity to, so please see right now when you say my mind, what is this me you're referring to? What does this me consist of? And right now, please try to not resort to what you have read or heard in your direct experience. What is this me whose mind it is? And you don't need to answer fast, or you don't need to try, don't try to come up with an answer mentally. Actually go into your direct experience. See that here and now there is this sense, me, I. And it is obviously this me that is aware, because I am aware of my experience, of what happens, of what the mind thinks. So, this me that is at the center of your experience, what does it consist of? As whose mind is it? See if in your experience you can find what this me actually is. And I'm not just speaking to now, just everybody that is here. Actually look in your direct experience, because we always throw around these terms, my mind, my this, my I am having a difficulty in this. So let's actually rest the mind, the difficulty, and because that's all surface stuff. The me that claims all these things. At the center of our experience, there is, okay, me, I, I am aware. Let's try to find what this is. What does it consist of? What is it made of? What is your experience of it? Even if the mind right now, even if a thought arises and it says awareness, understand that that is just an empty label. The word awareness is not awareness. So, whatever the word awareness points to, go to that in your experience right now. Is there any concern here? As what are you even looking? Don't be tempted to go into thoughts again, because thoughts will only provide you empty labels. We're not interested in empty labels. Empty labels keep us on the surface. Just again and again, always just going into your direct experience, or in other words, let's say, bring your attention to that which is looking. Is this one a thought? A thought that arises and says, yes, I think it's a thought. Actually, this thought that arose is also seen. It is being looked at. My question is, as what are you looking? Is it a feeling, good or bad? Any feeling, even that is in experience right now, is seen. It is being looked at, not interested, just for this moment. As what do I look at this feeling? As what am I seeing? As what am I aware of this feeling? That also is sometimes here, sometimes not. I am always here. I see the feeling come and go. As what am I seeing the feeling come and go? A thought may arise, I, Doris, or I, this, so and so. It's me, obviously. This is just another idea. This is just another thought. It is an image of who you are being looked at. As what do you see even this image, even this name that arises? Does that one have a name? Does that one have an image? So from here, please share something. When you are directed towards that which is aware, right? Now, where's the confusion? Where is perhaps and we're not talking about even concerns anymore, because you just solve this, then that will be naturally understood and dissolved also. But see here, so this is a powerful opportunity here now for everybody. Where is perhaps the confusion, or you there still?
Oh, sorry. I wasn't sure if you were asking me or everyone. I just noticed like when I dropped down and started, I mean, I noticed that I could then look at, I was now looking at what started happening was I started noticing the fears kind of like or feeling like you said, a thought kind of would come in, but then a feeling then I felt the feelings were really strong and then like than just feelings about like, but I want to feel better or whatever it was, and I do sense that I can look at it like that that there is, I guess what I noticed is that there was a point when I first went into it where I felt like they were together, like the part of me that sees and the one that is like feeling or thinking something, that they were kind of, I couldn't separate them because I have been concerned lately about, my health and
But see,
wanting
that
to.
is the thing to see through. This is the thing to this is where we're always consulting our direct experience.
Right.
The concern arises and subsides.
Okay.
The I is the constant. For something to be seen to come and go, You, as the observer, are a constant. You are here. And it is actually your experience, right? The concern
Right.
comes and go. But
Yeah.
my experience of myself is always I.
Okay.
Right now, because you feel like they're attached, I sometimes am concerned, I sometimes am blissful, I sometimes am this, so you
Right.
become the changeful one, and this is the one you suffer. So right now is a very powerful opportunity to see, as what am I looking at the concern, and just let go of caring about the concern just for now, just for
Right.
now, even with all the questions and confusion, just for now.
Okay.
Don't be so interested in the thought
Okay.
of, I this and that's my experience. Notice that any thought that arises is being seen. As
Right.
what are you looking? And again, don't try to like mentally label that. Just be that. As
Right.
what are you looking?
Yeah. Yeah, I noticed that. I did notice that, what you're talking about right now.
So
And
again,
I don't really.
as what are you looking? Just remain there.
Right, right. Yes, I get that. I get what you're saying with that.
The moment you ask yourself this, and the moment you go to that, where's the thought? Where's the concern?
Um,
So are you with or without concern?
uh,
Do you
oh,
exist with or without the
as the one
concern?
that's oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to speak over you, but I
Don't
think
worry.
what you're trying to say is okay, yes, the part of me that is seeing doesn't necessarily have the concern because it's
Not
looking.
a part of you. That is not your direct experience is I am aware.
Right.
So we're not looking in, because right now again, you think that I, this
Yeah.
body, a part of me which is aware somewhere here is looking at this thought. That is not your direct experience.
Oh,
That is an assumption. Your here and now experience, and you don't have to take my word for it. That is just look closely. Your direct experience is there's awareness, there's thoughts and feelings, and
right.
there's world.
Okay.
In here, the idea I am Doris and my story comes in, but the direct experience is there's awareness within which there are thoughts and there's world. So stick with the experience, because if you don't, then you go off into more assumptions. So your experience is not a part of me is aware. No, the experience is I am aware. So as what are you aware?
Oh my gosh, yeah, I don't know.
And that's the perfect answer. You
Yeah,
don't know.
okay.
That is where we must begin, because all our life we're living under the assumption that I, this body, am aware. And you don't
Right.
think about this consciously, but this is the assumption that this body, me, awareness is a part of me, and I'm venturing through time and space. All assumption. It's not direct experience. It's all mental. So now when this is brought in your experience, that your direct experience is I am aware. There, or not even I am aware, it's just awareness,
Uh-huh.
which that is where the sense of identity is coming from, the sense of meanness, which the thought is borrowing, but that's for later. But the sense of identity is this being aware. And so now you are simply looking, as what am I aware? What is this one? So right now is your experience, in your experience, are you aware? Let me ask you that first.
In my experience right now, am I aware? Yeah, I mean, I'm noticing things, I'm noticing.
That's
I mean,
awareness right there.
yeah,
It's automatic, because you wouldn't know things if you did not know. Things
right.
come in afterwards, but knowing is a primary essential factor to know something. You must know. So knowledge is there, being aware is there. So what is aware? Direct experience. Don't go off into assumptions that this and that. Just see. So you're learning to look here and now. No assumption, no belief, no practice, even just looking. There, you just said, I am aware. There's experience of being aware.
Right.
So look, what is aware?
Oh, I really don't even know how to answer that question. I don't know how to answer that question.
But the moment I ask that question or you ask that question, what is your primary experience?
I
What
just
go ahead.
all I felt was me. I'm noticing. Me, I'm
Yeah.
just noticing, like I'm noticing even my confusion. I'm noticing that I'm trying to get it. I'm noticing, all these things, they're all together now. And I'm in my experience and I'm feeling like the only thought that came to me is like that I'm in the present moment right now at this moment, noticing all these things. That's all I could come up with.
But see how all of these are ideas that are known. W-
Right.
the- and I get it, they're fine. They're valid ideas. They're very
Yeah.
valid summary, but the summary is being looked at by
Yeah.
who?
That's what I can't so all I can come up with is me. I'm looking at.
Okay, so go to that sense of me.
Okay.
Don't think about it, right?
Uh-huh.
Thinking is just also being looked at by me. Again, interested, what is the me? As what am I looking?
Gosh, I don't know. I don't know.
That which knows.
Which
Always keep looking. See if you can identify this one. Meaning, see if this one is a thought. So see right now, is this one a thought? And don't assume, just look. That which is looking, is it a thought?
no, I just feel like it's an essence. Like,
Okay, good, good.
yeah, like a
Don't have to describe it. It's okay.
right, right,
Just something is looking. That is the direct experience. Something is
right,
aware.
right,
Not necessarily even looking at something specifically, but just something knows. Something is aware,
right,
which also is not somewhere else. It's here. It's here.
right.
So again, now see, is it the body then? And you can't go into concepts. You can't go into thinking or
Right.
justifying. Just seeing your direct experience if it is the body. And
The,
whatever you think that means, you're like, I don't know how to look into direct experience, honey. Just whatever you think that means.
right. I feel like once again, I feel like there's an there's an essence, maybe not necessarily my body, but there's something within my body that is looking.
Okay, so there's something that is within your body. So let's stick with this, right? That which is aware. Was this different when the body was different? Because the body has changed a lot. So back when the body was different, noticeably, that which is aware, is this different? Has this changed in quality, capacity?
It just it I just feel, yeah, no, I mean it hasn't, it still feels the same.
The feeling of it even being in the body, in your experience, is that not itself a sensation? Is that too much?
Right. Like I
Is that
feel like
sensation not also known, observed?
right. right. I know what you're saying. I feel like at that moment when I said it's an essence inside my body, then I felt like then I once I was kind of like supposedly looking at it, then I felt like, yeah, you can't really, you know, grasp it or say it's here or there or anything like that.
Just for right now, and actually, I would recommend this in your day-to-day experience as well. The
Yeah,
moment mind goes off into these explanations or
right,
interpretations,
right.
just acknowledge they are
Uh-huh.
being looked at.
Okay.
As what are you looking?
That's the part that I'm like, I don't know.
Well,
I mean,
no, because
other
you're
than the
looking for a
answers I've
mental
already given.
answer. You're looking for some thought to arise and tell you the right answer or a realization. Just all of that is supposed to do is acknowledge that the looking is happening, first of all,
Hmm.
the
Hmm.
knowing,
Hmm.
which you say, yes, it is my experience. There's
Hmm.
awareness.
Yes.
I am aware.
Hmm.
When you ask such a question, as what am I aware? Where's your attention?
In my body.
But the body, then, right? The attention is, so if you say, my body is being noticed, I'm aware of my body.
Hmm.
As what am I aware of the body? Now, what does that do to your attention? Does it remain in the body or no?
Mm, it kind of then, it's almost like I then have a visual, or I don't know. It's like then I just there's nothing tangible that I can say this is. It's just is. It's just is looking.
Okay, great. So this isness,
Mm-hmm.
the sense of just being,
Mm-hmm.
bring your attention to that.
Okay.
Stay here for a little longer.
Okay.
If attention goes out, just again, bring attention to that.
Okay.
When you bring attention to that, which is aware, where's thought?
Okay. In that moment when you asked me that, yeah, the thought kind of disappeared.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
And,
it
and so
was
once
just
again, the attention is out and it's rationalizing, intellectualizing. Obviously, it was asked the question. So
got
again, just acknowledge the attention is on something.
right,
Something is being looked at. The thought is being looked at.
right,
Again, what is looking? Just or just bring attention to the looker, the knower. Once again,
I see what you mean. Okay.
all that remains is just knowing, being
Right,
aware.
right.
Silence, attention in its home, mind in its home, out of which but right in its home. Make this the dwelling place, and all your questions will dissolve.
Got it.
And continue to be curious about this one. Is there anything personal about it?
Right. No, I mean, yeah,
Everything you are concerned about, every even the not wanting to let go of that the concern and
right.
obviously the person, All
Right.
is being looked at. By what? By you, you say.
Yeah.
So rather than being interested in what is being looked at, I'm
Uh-huh.
inviting you to be interested in that which is looking, which, it's good news. It's you already. So I'm not asking you to be interested in some other religion or philosophy. I'm just asking you to look at yourself. If you
Right.
really, if people love self love and stuff,
Yeah.
love yourself in this way
Okay.
by bringing the attention to yourself.
Got it.
And I promise that this will be the dissolution of your questions.
Got it. Got it.
That truly can never be answered by me giving you answers.
Yes.
But this must become the dwelling place. And so do you understand what I mean now? That
I
the
totally
concern, the
yes.
interest, the caring keeps you on the surface. It just keeps you on to what is being looked at. And that just continues to dominate this
Right.
observing.
Right.
But the key shift needs to be made is just this curiosity. The first, this acknowledging there's awareness,
Right.
and then dwelling in the awareness of being aware. And you'll notice, as you said earlier, in that moment, thought is not. There's no
Got
thought.
it. Got it.
There's no confusion. There's no concern. There's no fear.
Yes.
All that remains is the awareness of being aware,
Right.
world still moving.
Right.
Make this the dwelling place. When you need to work, go work. When you need to do something for the body, go do something for the body. That's fine. Think your way into that. But be interested in this. Make time for this. This is the most direct and most effective, you can say, spiritual practice.
Okay.
Dwell here. And it will offer you way more benefit than any of these calls. It will offer you way more benefit than anything you could read or practice at all. Because this is direct, right? This isn't, we're not doing anything, sorry, we're not doing anything to get to the self. We are acknowledging I am that which is looking, but you're becoming indwelling as that which is looking. Mind is underneath the surface of your perception. Mind is becoming free of all of its incorrect impressions and assumptions about that which is looking. Mind is losing its stickiness, its capacity to veil that which is seeing and making it appear to be this or that. This is your polishing cloth of the mirror. This is your cleanser. Rest the mind into the heart. This is what it means. And all it takes, right? Uh, and you may lose yourself in thinking and this and that. All it takes is just returning to this, acknowledging there's awareness in this direct experience, right? Acknowledging to be aware of experience, I must first be aware. I am aware. As what am I aware? The question we ask this, or who am I, the I, we ask this not to go off into thought about it, because again, the thought would be looked at. Just in that moment, you are being aware of being aware, being the looker. As you look, as you are aware, thought is not. And so all these structures, even the strong personal egoic identity, starts to weaken. And all these concerns, fears, worries, which were resting on that firm establishment of the personal identity, start to vanish with it. So let it be this simple. And now perhaps you have a greater understanding in experience of what I'm talking about when I say turn away from the thoughts. We're not turning away to something else that's better. Even that something better is being looked at. Is there's an awareness of it. I'm curious about, and I hope you are too. As what are you looking?
Right.
And when you ask that question, the only thing that remains in experience is looking itself. No higher being is coming and telling you, oh, this is what you're looking. So don't search for those things. Don't search for spiritual experiences, because even
Right.
the spiritual experience would be there would be an awareness of it. The experience would go, the awareness remains I. So just stay as that, dwell as that. Rest the mind in I am. This is the greatest definition of self-love and perhaps the highest spiritual practice.
Mm.
So a little bit of trust, but over time you'll see that also ultimately this is peace itself.
Right.
This because also this is freedom from the restlessness. The mind is at rest. There's peace. There's your happiness. Because
Mm.
even when you get something you want or when your body feels good, your mind is more at rest. And you say, I am happy. I am peaceful. Then
Mm.
you start to attribute, I can only be peaceful and happy when the body feels this way or when I have this experience. But actually, you are happy because the mind is in its home. Mind is at rest. It has dissolved into its source.
Right.
It is no longer concerned. So to be free of concern is not to change experience in the way that you can no longer be concerned. That's an illusion. Don't chase it. To be free of concern is to know, to rest the mind in its home, to know as what you are looking, not conceptually, but to actually be that which you are looking. Notice that that which is looking, you can't offer up a label for it. You can't really define it. You say, I don't know. But the fact is, I am aware. So rest as that definitionless, boundaryless, formless essence and see the utter simplicity it creates in your thinking, feeling, doing. Make sense?
Yes, I mean, some more questions are coming up, but I think that I'm gonna just rest in that for a while and just kind of,
Good.
I just feel like it really is about practicing, practicing because the mind is used to doing certain things or whatever, and so
Yes.
it's good.
Until you get this teaching,
Uh,
questions seem very, very relevant. And the answer to those questions seems like the ultimate
right,
discovery. But now you are seeing that even the answer is a empty set of words
right,
which is being seen, which is being aware, right?
right,
Because see, like right now we're speaking in English. If I was to speak in another language, these sounds would just be emptiness to you. They don't mean anything. So you see, if I give you an answer in English, what is receiving that answer and making something of it? It is the mind, which knows this language and not that language. So
right,
it is creating a barrier to you.
uh-huh,
You understand? So like words are empty. It is only the meaning that they hold, and then the mind takes that meaning, in fact, manufactures more meaning. So
right,
that is why here it will not help. You must see that words, language, thought is all empty labels, and they are all being seen as what am I seeing? That one is beyond language, yet it is my very self as that which I see.
right.